Hi, I'm Kirby.
I'm Dana.
And we are
Migratory Nerds. It's time for our latest adventure. Let's get exploring.
Let's take a look at a family ocean view cabin on the Norwegian Breakaway. Alright, so when you come in from the door, you have the bathroom on the right. And we come in after the bathroom and we have a closet that has shelves on this side with a safe. And then you have hanging things over here, shelf up there. The bedside has 2 shelves here and a light, but there are no USBs or charging next to the beds. And then this is a little skinny shelf for the other bed. Because we have a ocean family view, there's a curtain divider for the sofa, which has already been made into a sofa bed, and then you could have a 4th person in that Pullman. You have a little closet here with some more hanging and a couple shelves, and then you have some storage under here, more shelves. That is the refrigerator. You've got a little bench, which also has could be used as a little tray table. Guess this would be considered your desk. You have 2 European plugs and 2 North American plugs. That's the extent of the charging that is available in the cabin. Big mirror, hi y'all. And then we have a ocean view window that is pretty foggy and hard to see out of. So we will look at the bathroom. All right, right by the front door, there's 2 little hooks. You need a key card to keep the lights on, and then this is the bathroom. Next to the bathroom, you have signs to make up the room from the cabin steward or do not disturb. So, decent sized bathroom. Toilet, got some storage there, and a nice shelf up here for storage. Double faucets on the sink. Then we've got a bathtub with a handheld shower. You've got a drying rack, and then you've got shampoo and body wash. There are also 2 hooks on the back of the bathroom door. So these lights on top of your door indicate if you've typed makeup room or do not disturb on those buttons inside. All right, what were the good things about the family ocean view cabin?
The bathroom?
Yes, for a cruise ship bathroom, it was big.
It was big.
Like 2 people could be in there at the same time.
And there was a good amount of storage, too.
I do wish I get why they did the 2 faucets, but I almost wish they would have done 1 faucet with just the same length of counter, but that all being countertop space.
Or 2 smaller sinks
with space around it instead of...
There was no countertop space.
Yeah, there was good storage. There was a
There was a lip on the mirror.
Yeah.
That you could put stuff. And then there was shelving and a drawer and some cubbies underneath the sink.
Yeah, I just wish there was more actual countertop space.
Yeah, me too.
I also liked that they had 1 bed. The 3rd bed option was the sofa bed instead of being 2 Pullmans. You could sleep 4. The Pullman was above where that sofa bed was.
Yeah.
But for 3, we always really like when it's not automatically a Pullman option.
Yes.
And there was also a good amount of storage in the room. The second closet, which is where the divider for the sofa and the Pullman bed, was a really nice extra bit of storage. There were a good number of shelves and cubbies by the desk area.
And the second closet wasn't full length. So that if you had a dress or something, you might want to hang that in the big closet. But it's nice to have anyway.
Yeah, but it was a good, and then there were a bunch of
drawers and cubbies and stuff under the desk area. Even behind the bed, there was that. You see this in a lot of cruise cabins. There's a magazine rack.
Yeah.
So you could stick stuff up there.
Yeah.
I think mostly that doesn't get used anymore, but you could stick your book. If you have a paperback book or your Kindle or something back there, that would work.
Yeah. the things we didn't love about the cabin. The power outlet situation.
The lack of
power outlets. The ship is not new.
No.
But the ship underwent a dry dock in the world where everyone has so many things to charge.
Like
two,
years
3,
ago?
4 years. Yes, not that long
Not
ago.
long ago.
And like, I know it's hard to add more and more and more plugs, but there is a light by both of the sides of the bed that you could easily be a light with a USB plug in it.
That would just be changing a fixture.
And I don't even think they replaced the actual outlets that were on the desk,
No,
because
it was so loose.
we ended up using our European plug converter, because those plugs I think get used less. So that one was better. But the other 2 North American plugs, like I was propping up our like brick that plugs in with our first aid kit to support the weight, because if you didn't, it just fell out of the plug. Mm-hmm. So that was rough. If you wanted that desk to be a desk, I don't think you would have worked very long, because the only chair was like, it was not. I mean,
the chair for the desk is a stool.
Yes.
That I think had storage in it.
It did have storage in it.
But we didn't realize that till like
the end.
Second to the last
Yeah.
day. So,
I mean, I don't think that's not a complaint. I'm just pointing out, if you were going to sit there to do a lot of work, you might want to find a better seat desk combo somewhere.
So
in
like,
the
even
ship.
though they went through dry dock, it's still an older ship, and it still feels like an older ship.
My biggest complaint about the entire cabin was how close the beds were to the wall. Not something you can fix, but my parents' cabin was the same. They had a balcony, but it was the same basic layout with the beds and the sofa, but their cabin was flip-flopped, where when you walked in, it was the bathroom, but then it was the like seating area, and then you got to the beds. So that like the beds were still, I think, almost as close to the wall as ours were, but you didn't have to walk past them to do anything in the room. And I think it was just like, it was hard to walk past them without bumping them, and it was like you had to shimmy past.
And I don't think that's unusual in
No.
cruise cabins, but yes, I think if they had flipped the layout, even just visually, the cabin wouldn't have felt so small. Yes, and you had to shimmy past the beds to do anything.
Right, in the cabin.
But if the beds were on the other side and the desk was on this side,
Right.
then you could just walk into the cabin.
And you would only shimmy to like, get into bed.
To get into bed.
Yeah. So, but it was a really good cabin. I think other than that, I think, we had 3, but I think 4 people would have been fine storage-wise. I mean, 4 people in one cruise ship cabin is never great. Just never is. Well, we survived.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Anything? Oh.
I think you probably saw in the video, we said that the window was fogged up. Mm-hmm. The window wasn't fogged up. The window was covered in sea salt, which I'm guessing is pretty common for lower deck rooms.
Windows.
But the seas were rough coming in, and waves were like crashing up against the window, which was a little scary. Again, this is probably not uncommon.
Yeah.
But that's why we couldn't see out the window. It was covered in salt.
Right.
Which makes me wonder about like how often they clean the outside of their ship.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll answer anything that we can if you've booked a family ocean view cabin on an upcoming cruise. I'm Kirby.
I'm Dana.
And we are
Migratory Nerds.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when all our new videos drop.
Bye.
Bye.